Hello, YouTube. The Republic of Dagestan is a republic of the Russian Federation and is the southernmost part of Russia. Situated on the eastern end of the North Caucasus Mountains, along the western shore of the Caspian Sea, it is the largest republic of Russia in the North Caucasus, both in area and population. The word Dagestan means land of mountains, and it is derived from the Turkic word dag, meaning mountain, and the Persian suffix stan, meaning land of. There are still disputes about how ancient people managed to build Egyptian pyramids or other large-scale and complex architectural structures. Of course, some people say that it wasn't even humans who built the pyramids, but we will not go into that. There's a high and unusually strong bridge in Dagestan, built of wood, figuratively speaking, without a single nail, even if it's not as famous, not as grandiose as the same Egyptian pyramids, but from this it does not cease to be as mysterious. When did it appear here, and how did the local ancient people, the Tabasarans, manage to build it? Skeptics believe that this bridge is no more than 200 years old, referring its construction to the 19th century. But many locals claim that this wooden structure has been standing here longer. They heard from their ancestors that it is 700 to 800 years old. The bridge is located near the village of Guli, another pronunciation is Juli, the Tabasaran district of Dagestan, and it can rightfully be considered a historical monument as well as an architectural monument. Despite the fact that the bridge is very old, even if we assume that it is not 800 but 200 years old, it is still a long time for a wooden structure to exist. It still looks splendid. Moreover, the design is very reliable. The ancient people remember, the old people of this ancient tribe remember that once bulls with heavy carts regularly walked on this bridge, and now it can, without any problem, withstand a passenger car load. The height of the structure is about 10 meters. The bridge is made of wooden logs and thick beams. It seems as if a giant was playing with a giant construction set. By the way, the metal bracket, which can be seen on one side of the bridge, it appeared here clearly later than the structure itself. Doesn't play any functional role. Why it was put there, it's still unclear. It is known that the bridge was built by local residents, having only wood and stone or rocks at their disposal, and it remains only to admire their skill and engineering savvy for us. Try to build something like that without use of metal or nails. So what kind of people built this bridge? The Tabasarans are a numerous people living in Dagestan. A number of researchers believe that this name has an Iranian origin. In the Middle Ages, a state called Tabaristan existed on the southern shore of the Caspian Sea, where Iran is now located. The word tabar from Persian Farsi translates as axe. In Russian, we say tapor, but by the way, in Ukrainian, the word is sekira, which is a purely Slavic word. So the Russians borrowed this word from one of their neighbors, which often happens in the history of mankind. According to historians, the locals called themselves Tabasaranar, or only when communicating with neighboring people. In other words, it was their official name. Among themselves, they talked about their people as Kabgan and Gum. These two were branches of the same tribe. According to another hypothesis, the Tabasarans are a separate people who originated in the Caucasian Albania. a large empire that arose in the first centuries BC. At that time, they were not bad warriors, but when the need to fight disappeared, the Tabasarans switched to peaceful professions, taking up cattle breeding, various types of crafts, and in the flat places, flat geographical terrains, gardening and grape cultivation. That's what they did. Interestingly, in the old days, the Tabasarans did not make any pretentious houses. Their buildings were 1 or 2 story and had flat roofs, and while the builders coated the walls and floor with special clay. But the houses were strong, solid, on a good foundation, and so that the residents of the house never had to experience troubles and hardships. After laying the foundation, the builders put a vessel in the corner of the future building facing Mecca. In it, according to popular belief, it was necessary to put a tiny piece of gold or silver, coins, a symbol of wealth, and grain, a symbol of fertility. There was also a practice of putting pitchers with clean water in the corners of the foundation as a symbol of life, health, and cleanliness. Since Tabasaran district is the leader in the number of forests in southern Dagestan, in fact, half of the territory is occupied by forest. There was no shortage of building materials for the architects who built the wooden bridge. By the way, the nature here is so beautiful that these regions are even called Dagestan, Switzerland. I've traveled through Caucasus, but many years ago, and I can't forget them. It's a beautiful land. So many different people there. The food is magnificent, and the customs, the history. And trust me, we don't know a lot about this history. But as history does show, ordinary people are sometimes able to build amazing things. And it is not necessary to be a professional engineer or builder. The main thing is to have a gift from above and also a fantasy and a great desire to achieve your goal. So let me tell you a little bit more about the area. The Caucasus Mountains is a multi-ethnic area where peoples with different beliefs, languages, and traditions live side by side. A significant part of it is in the Russian Federation. The Caucasus is mostly highland area sandwiched between the Caspian and the Black Seas. For centuries, it has been a home for dozens of ethnic groups. And due to the remoteness of mountain settlements, these groups have developed different languages and beliefs, yet still they have familiar lifestyles. So the Caucasus, therefore, is not just a geographical concept, but also a historical and cultural one. Today, the Caucasus is divided into North and South areas, where the South Caucasus consists of post-Soviet countries or states, and the North Caucasus national republics that are part of Russia. Now, historically, the Caucasus was at the crossroads of the interests of its closest neighbors, Persia, which is modern Iran, the Ottoman Empire, Turkey, and the Russian Empire, which is today's Russian Federation. Most lands that are part of Russia were brought into the empire after bloody wars of the 19th century and the Russian conquest. I know this not from books only. I heard quite a lot from the Circassian people, descendants of those who were banished and whose lands Russia incorporated. But my interest in the Caucasus is mainly its fascinating paranormal phenomena. And by now I have a number of videos about Armenia, Azerbaijan, Dagestan, and Georgia. UFOs, USOs, unusual structures, cryptids, you name it, I have it, and there will be more videos. Because personally, I really enjoy Caucasus, and I want people around the world to know more about this land. So I want to thank you for your attention to my work. And if you can support me, you will find the links in the description of this video. And please tell others about my channel and about my videos.